よろしくお願いします。まず最初に、このファイトウィークの大事な時間をありがとうございます。
Thank you very much for having me. Appreciate you guys. Thank you. I just finished practice.
あ、もう練習終わったんですね。
Thank you
練
very
習、
much. Yeah, we did 18 rounds of good boxing on the
うん、
bag work, jump rope, weightlifting, and wrestling, everything. It was good. We're ready.
結構どれくらいの時間やるんですか、ファイトウィークの練習は。
Ooh, well, I just got back from Big Bear, which was at 7,500 feet elevation, and now I believe we're at 4,200 feet elevation. So today I did 18 rounds on the bag, which is about almost 2 hours, and I feel great. I feel amazing. I'm about to get another a shake in me. I got some water. I just finished a Gatorade, and I have a sandwich on my way. But I feel not phenomenal. I got one more workout in today, later on. So
け
usually I put in a couple hours.
結構動きますね。はい。僕より全然いっぱい動いてるなっていう印象です。はい。
Sometimes I usually think that I do more than a lot of people, but I don't try to compare myself. It's always my work ethic. I always like being around people. And we just left a gym where when I was working out, the classes started coming in there and they were all big eyed. They're like, holy cow, it's Tony. And I'm focusing on my stuff. And after I got done with practice, we took some pictures, which was really nice. And it gave me really good energy being around that good energy. So I'm going to carry that with me on Saturday.
なるほど。そしたらちょっと質問をいかしてもらうんですけど、まず最初にちょっと今回の試合の前に、前回の試合が、すごい前代未聞の計量後にカードがシャッフルされて、で、特にファーガソン選手は、3ラウンドの予定が5ラウンドマッチになったと思うんですよね。すごい大変だったと思うんですけど、その辺ちょっと、聞かせてください。
In which fight? Which fight are you talking about? Oh, with Nick or Nate.
いえ、
Oh, from Lee. Okay. We were prepared for Lee, and Lee was more of an attacker forward. And there was a couple things that were out of balance when it came to fighting a new opponent. But I had fun. I got paid, and it was a little different. It wasn't my best performance, but it wasn't my worst either. I think more than anything else, it was just going out there and having fun. It was Nate's last fight, so it was almost like I don't say I gave him the W, but it was almost like I fucking smacked him on the ass and say, "All right, here, take it, go. Daddy's got to get back to work now."
そしたら今回の試合の話をしたいんですけど、今ちょっと、ちょっと聞きにくいんですけど、少し勝ちから多分遠ざかってると思うんですけど、もちろんめちゃくちゃタフな相手と戦ってきたっていうのはあるんですけど、あなた、ファーガソン自身もその中の一人だと思ってるので、ちょっとこの勝ちから遠ざかってる理由みたいなのを、こうなんか自分の中で見つけることはできてますか？
You know what? God works in mysterious ways. And I went on a 12 fight win streak, and it took a full pandemic for me to lose. No excuses, but afterwards, I had to build a new team. All my team went to go help their families and their businesses. And it was very hard for me to be able to try to build that. But what I did was I helped a lot of individuals out that were not hurting for money, but they needed to get paid. I brought them on board, gave them an opportunity to come and train with me. And I felt like the last 5 fights, it was just me taking my energy and dispersing it in other places where I thought they needed to be. Um, I know how to win and I know how to lose, but God told me, He says, you know what, right now, He's like, you need to lose so that way you learn a little bit. If you want to keep doing this, if you like yourself when you're doing this, or whatever you're doing, you weren't doing right. And it took a couple years for me to, get knock some sense into me to be able to want to win again and to figure out if I wanted to keep doing this, which is absolutely yes. I want to keep doing this and I want to win my next fight. So I really trained this fight camp like I really meant it, like I was going for a championship belt. And that's a big difference is because I've been playing sports for 35 years. I am 39 years old. I'm not old, but I'm not even hitting my peak yet. But I did get bored and I did get burnt out from all the training and trying to save the freaking world and putting sports back on and losing my belt and getting back and all these other things that just it was a lot of weight. And it was very hard for me to be able to accept all of that and then continue to want to do this. And it was only until recently that I actually made the phone call to them and I said, I want to fight, that I want to fight. And I went in there and I did that and I trained this camp, I trained my ass off this camp. So I'm going to go out there and get this W this weekend.
ありがとうございます。やっぱりこうやってて、ちょっとした違いがこのトップレベルだと差が出るっていうのはすごいわかりますし、あの、でもなんかこう見てると、今回はすごく、この話してても調子が良さそうなんで、期待してますし、あと僕も、39歳なんで、もう今このレベルで、UFC のトップレベルでやれてるってことに、すごく尊敬してます。はい。
I appreciate that. Thank you very much. And from one man to another that's the same age, I'm still holding it down for us, baby. And I'm still going to get that W this weekend. Bobby Green's going down this weekend, UFC 291 Salt Lake City. I can't wait. Can't wait to get in there.
ボビー・グリーンの、その今ちょうど話してたんで、ボビー・グリーンのちょっと印象だけ聞かせてください。
Bobby Green's a good fighter. He comes from a wrestling background as well as striking. He likes to be very confident, cocky on his feet. He can be a dirty fighter if he wants to be. But I've known Bobby for a second, not as best friends, but I've known him for a second, and I know he's a human being and he bleeds just like me. So I'm going to go in there and I'm going to test his will. I'm going to test his spirit and I'm going to break it. And I'm going to go in there, I'm going to make sure I get this W by either submission or knockout. Doesn't matter, or TKO. I'm going to go out there and I'm going to get that TF finish, which is that Tony Ferguson finish.
ありがとうございます。あと、これは僕個人的に一つ、ちょっとすごく聞きたかったことがファーガソン選手にあって、ファーガソンの試合を見てると、一流アスリートの持っているすごい強いメンタルとに加えて、何かこう別のファイティングスピリットみたいなのをすごく感じることが多いんですけど、何かその辺は自分で何か感じていることはありますか？
Yes, I do. I found a love for the sport again. I wasn't just doing this sport just to do it or just to get paid or just for, I never did this for fandom. I never did this to be popular. But I think where it was trying to figure out where my focus needed to be, where I wanted to put it. And I had to take everybody and everything away. Everything was like this. And I had to, excuse me, and really close myself up and to be able to like put myself in a time chamber, almost like in Dragon Ball Z, where I had to go in a hyperbolic time chamber and I had to train my ass off where everything else is going on. But besides inside this place, nobody else knows what's going on besides me and my training partners. And now we're out here in the real world, and I feel like I'm on fire. I feel completely different. Like I feel different. I don't know how to explain it, and I feel really good, man. I feel amazing. I'm glad. I'm so glad I feel like this. So glad. Bobby's gonna have his hands full on this weekend. That's for sure. Very passionate about that.
本当に僕はファーガソンの試合を見るのは毎回楽しみだし、あなたの試合を見て新しくファンがなんかこう増えるだろうなっていうふうに感じるので、本当にいつも楽しみにしてます。最後にこう日本のファンにメッセージをお願いします。
Japanese fans, thank you so much for following me. You guys have just been amazing. I love all of my fans across the ocean. You guys have been amazing. Thank you for buying my stuff, wearing the tattoos, and supporting me in any way possible. Make sure you guys tune in this weekend at UFC 291, so that way you guys see me get my hand raised again. And it's been a minute. I love you guys. Thank you very much for following me on my way to victory.
本当にありがとうございます。僕、同い年で、どんどん同い年の選手が、こう、まあ、引退したりとか、こう、減ってってる中で、ファーガソンがこう、頑張ってるのを見ると、僕もなんかこう、頑張んなきゃなみたいな勇気をもらってるので、同世代の選手や、こう、同世代のファンに向けて、もう本当に期待してます。頑張ってください。素晴らしいファンが見れるのを期待してます。はい。
Thank you very much. I got not. I ain't going nowhere. We're still 39, so I'm gonna still hold it down for us old guys. Oh,
Good luck for your fight. Thank you very
thank
much.
you very much, sir.
ありがとう。
Arigato.